He's Johnny Manziel. He's the A&M freshman quarterback, and who knew? Johnny can speak. Johnny, we were worried about you. We didn't know if you were allowed to speak or not.
Well, it was kind of a gray area there with everybody not knowing if I could even speak English or whatever it was. I'm glad to finally be able to talk to y'all and let y'all know a little bit more about who I am.
Okay, but I figured if you could survive in Tuscaloosa against Alabama's defense, you could face the media.
If you can go into Alabama and play a game and have any type of success with that crowd and how that stadium is, I think you can almost conquer the world.
Okay, but you go into that environment. What was it like, the feeling going into the game itself?
Going into it, I got a chance to watch the movie 300 on the way from the hotel to the stadium, and kind of put in my mind the idea of going up against immovable and incredibly talented, just a force of a team, and kind of being the underdog as we were played out to be. Watching that movie really helped me get my mind straight, and I sent out a tweet before the game that I kind of thought would be scrutinized if we won after. And just going into the stadium and pregame warm-ups and feeling the energy that was in that place and seeing people file in person after person, you knew it was going to be a special day.
What was the tweet you sent out?
I said something, it was a quote from Leonidas that said, "Give to them nothing, but take from them everything." And it got
that's just a movie, Johnny.
It was a great movie, by the way. Great movie.
He's Johnny Manziel, the A&M freshman quarterback, joining us, Dan Patrick Show. Anybody in your family call you Johnny Football?
Nobody in the family. It's all stuff that's played out by the media, by fans in Aggieland, something that I find extremely funny. And when people come up to me and they can't really, maybe my last name is hard to pronounce, they don't really know it, for them to come up and just, "Hey, Johnny Football." Hey, that's fine with me if that's what they want to call me. But to myself, to my family, I'm Johnny Manziel.
Well, when you grow up, when you get older, are you going to be John Football instead of Johnny Football?
Maybe. As time progresses, people might translate it into that.
How surprised are you with your success?
I'm pretty surprised at the high magnitude that it's at this year. I had high expectations for myself and for this team going into the year when I was named the starter. But 10 wins, a chance to go to the Home Depot Awards for the Maxwell and the O'Brien, and then hopefully get a chance to go to New York is beyond my wildest imagination.
You almost went to Oregon. Why? Why did you not go there?
I took a trip and got fortunate enough to have the quarterbacks coach come out to small town, 20,000 people at Kerrville, of all places. Took a look at me and said, "Hey, we want you to come out in the spring." And I said, "Well, our family needs a vacation, so might as well start in California and drive up to Oregon and get a chance to spend some time with the family and road trip a little bit." So we went out there, and you hear all the hype about the jerseys and the facilities, and it's true. It really is. The town, I loved it and had a great time when I was there. And then as soon as I got an offer, boom, without a doubt in my mind, that's where I wanted to go. And Coach Kelly and the staff, that's what I wanted to be a part of. And then after Texas A&M kind of came into my senior year, and it made me realize that I have a sister that's still in high school, and I'm going to want to see her. I love my family. I love my sister. I love the people that I have in my life, and I don't want to get too far away from that. It really pushed me to stay here in Texas and come to Texas A&M, which has been one of the greatest decisions of my life by far.
How tough was that call to Chip Kelly?
Extremely tough, because Chip is a guy that to this day I still respect more than just as much as any person in the country. I think he's a great coach, and I think he does extremely well in Oregon. And to this day, I would still tell him the same thing that I did then, that I'm sorry, but I have to do this for myself and my family. And so he's somebody I truly, truly respect.
As far as Texas, here you are in the state. Texas go after you?
They did a little bit. I actually called them and expressed interest to them and let them know just how much that I wanted to be a part of that program. And it really didn't work out. And everything happens for a reason in my eyes, and that door didn't open for me for a reason. And I'm here at A&M now and look back, and I have the utmost respect for people who the friends that I've had that have gone to Texas, Malcolm Brown, and the group of guys that in my class and even in the next class that went there, ton of respect for those guys, and there's no love lost there.
Was Texas recruiting you as a quarterback?
I think they were recruiting me more of a defensive back, and that was something that was fine with me at the time because there were schools that were throwing that out there. You could come play DB, come play receiver, and I was fine with that. I didn't really know what direction I wanted to head. My dad always told me, "You're a quarterback. You're a quarterback. If any school offers you as a DB, we're not going to do that. Whatever." And I was more open to it than some other people, and I was just excited to play Division I football.
You look back on the Florida and LSU games. What went wrong there?
Well, you look at the Florida game, and it was my first time to run out on Kyle Field, college game days there. It's all you could really ask for, being a quarterback and learning as you go. It was something that you had to grasp extremely fast, and I feel like we didn't really open up to our full potential. We didn't open up the playbook. We didn't open up some of the calls enough because of my maturity and how young I was in the process. And then you go to LSU, and then LSU, the key story of that is turnovers. I think we had 4 or 5 turnovers, and a ball bounces off a receiver and bounces up in the air when we're really starting to get some momentum in the game. We had a touchdown called back on a chop block. So we really shot ourselves in the foot there and gave them the ball. And when you give them the ball in the way that they can run it and what they do on offense, it's definitely something that's not going to work out in your favor.
Alabama talk trash to you?
They were some of the most polite people that I've met all year. And,
wait, the team itself or the fans?
Team, the fans were rough. The fans, that's a hostile environment. But the team, what a great group of guys that Coach Saban has down there.
Give me an idea of what they were saying to you.
I didn't really get a lot of one-on-one personal stuff, but I remember running in the locker room and getting some stuff thrown out. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember people yelling and maybe throwing a few things. But that whole student section, that whole stadium, took a sack right on the 1-yard line, and that place blew up like a firecracker.
But the players themselves didn't say anything?
They're really, really polite. They played their game, we played ours, and really it was a battle.
How would you do against Notre Dame's defense?
It's kind of one of those what if questions. I can't really. I mean, I don't really see how it would play out. I haven't really envisioned that. They have a great defense with the heart and soul of that defense being Manziel. He's done everything that team has asked him to do. Great defense. You see what they've done to some offense this year. So we'd really have to go in and do what we do and play sound. And the main thing with me is don't turn the ball over, and you give yourself a chance in any game almost.
Who are you compared to?
I think a lot of people throw Doug Flutie out there, and it's something that I sit back and laugh at because Doug Flutie is a guy that you see. I watched a commercial on SportsCenter yesterday of the legendary Hail Mary throw.
Yeah,
and it's something that still comes up to this day, and the way that he played the game, and you hear him talk, and he's just a great guy and a great person and a great football player. So
you're more like Robert Griffin III.
Well, Robert Griffin III is a guy that I looked up to as well. I mean, watching what he did last year was something that was truly amazing. If I had to throw a comparison out there too, I mean, Brett Favre, what a guy he was, and a true gunslinger. So if I was throwing the ball in the backyard with my Green Bay Packers jersey, number 4 jersey on when I was a kid, that's who I was trying to be like.
Give me your height and weight.
I'm exactly 72 inches, 6 foot, and I weigh 205 pounds.
How fast can you run the 40?
I haven't been timed in a while. I feel like I could run somewhere around maybe 4.6, 4.5. I don't think I can go any lower than that. That's pushing it.
Johnny, you're way too – I don't know. Maybe you're not fast, but you certainly are quick.
Well, maybe I need to find that out sometime throughout the spring.
Have you done the Heisman Trophy pose at any point?
They've made me do it a couple times. Some of our production staff and some of the people that have came in throughout this week, and definitely a couple fans through some places in town. Definitely really, really hesitant to do it, but if they persist enough, I guess I kind of fall into the trap.
Have you done it at home in front of the mirror?
Never.
Do you have a Heisman Trophy speech ready?
Something that I've been working on a little bit and trying to pour a little bit of my heart and my soul into that. To even be there, like I said, is an absolute dream come true, and to even win it, and bring the trophy back to Aggieland, something that I would never forget, and truly honored to even be a part of the whole process. So you kind of have to think about it a little bit, but there's a lot of other things that are on my mind right now.
Well, good luck, and it was fun watching you this year. Hopefully you'll get some good news here in a couple of weeks in New York.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
All right, Johnny. Thank you.
Have a great one.
All right, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M quarterback. He can speak. Got a good personality there. You imagine Oregon with him? Holy